even Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, well, I think he has 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce, right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z's up next to be exposed.
The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as the nigga was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you.
Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest.
sensei.
One of the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Hey fellas, you know that feeling when you sense something's off in your relationship? Well, it seems like Beyonce and Jay-Z have been dealing with those vibes for a while now. The rumors about their marriage hitting rough waters have been floating around for some time, but now it looks like things are getting real intense. You've probably heard the whispers about Bey and Jay living separate lives, right? Well, turns out there might be some truth to it, and just when we thought it couldn't get any crazier, the FBI investigations start looming over Jay-Z like a dark cloud. Now, we're not talking about some random investigation here. We're talking about the big leagues, the FBI. And get this, they're looking into stuff that Diddy was tangled up in before. That's some heavy-duty drama. So, it's no surprise that Beyonce might decide to pull the trigger on their divorce and completely abandon Jay. I mean, when your partner's got the feds knocking on their door, it's hard to keep the love alive, right? This whole situation has taken their relationship drama to a whole new level, leaving us all wondering what's next for one of music's most iconic couples. But what really went down between these two? So, check this out. Beyonce and Jay-Z are apparently trying to figure out a way to call it quits without all the drama of a messy divorce. Yeah, you heard that right. They've even ditched their wedding rings already. According to a source spilling the beans to the New York Post, there's no bling on those fingers anymore. It's all part of their plan to split up without all the hoopla. Smart move, right? Especially since they've got this massive concert tour going on, and they've already cashed in most of the dough up front from the promoters. But here's the kicker. Even after trying to patch things up with marriage counselors, it seems like Bey and Jay just couldn't make it work. I guess Skype sessions weren't cutting it for them. Looks like this tour might just be the grand finale for the power couple. Can we just pause for a second and talk about the myth that having a kid magically fixes a rocky relationship? I mean, seriously, who started spreading that fairy tale? Because let me tell you, having a child doesn't exactly come with a magic wand to wave away all your problems. So, Beyonce and Jay-Z fell into that trap too. They welcomed little Blue Ivy into the world, probably thinking she'd sprinkle some fairy dust and bring them closer again. But reality hit hard. Instead of bonding over diaper changes and midnight feedings, they just ended up drifting further apart. The source spilled the tea, saying that for a hot minute, they thought maybe expanding their family would reignite the spark. But nah, Jay went back to being Jay, and Bey was doing her Bey thing. Classic case of misunderstanding. What parenthood does to a relationship, right? Let's face it, raising a kid is like running a marathon through a minefield. It's amazing, sure, but it also tests every inch of your patience and your relationship. And if you're not on the same page from the get-go, well, things can get messy real quick. And I'm not just talking about dirty diapers here. You know, when news broke about Beyonce and Jay-Z calling it quits, some folks weren't exactly shocked. Why? Well, because there have been whispers in the industry for ages about their marriage being more of a business deal than a fairy tale romance. Think about it. They're both music moguls, each with their own empire to run. And yeah, they've always put on this front of being the ultimate power couple. But behind the scenes, well, let's just say, the rumors paint a different picture. There's been talk that their relationship is more transactional than anything else. Like they're together for the sake of their careers and image, rather than out of deep, passionate love. Sure, they've sold us on this idea of a perfect romance, but is it all just smoke and mirrors?
Your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up. I'm here today, and what I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats to me.
When you're constantly in the spotlight, it's easy to get caught up in playing a role, and maybe that's what happened here. Maybe they were so busy maintaining their brand as the ultimate couple that they forgot what it means to be truly connected on a personal level. So, while some might be surprised by their split, for those in the know, it's just another chapter in the saga of Hollywood relationships built on shaky foundations. Let's not beat around the bush here. Over the years, there have been countless whispers questioning the authenticity of Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship. But every time someone tries to spill the tea, it's like they're hitting a brick wall. Why? Well, because Bey and Jay aren't just any old couple. They're music royalty, moguls in their own right, ruling the industry with an iron fist and a killer track list. And when you've got that kind of power, you can pretty much squash any pesky rumors that come your way.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too.
I'm talking about shutting down gossip with a single glance, paying off media outlets to keep quiet, and doing whatever it takes to keep their truth buried deep. It's like they've got a whole army of PR wizards working overtime to maintain their pristine image. Sure, there have been brave souls who've tried to step up and expose what they believe to be a sham relationship. But time and time again, they've been silenced, their voices drowned out by the deafening roar of Beyonce and Jay-Z's influence.
As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask you something. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time, they built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah. Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour, we may get another album out of both of them.
Now, here's where things really start to heat up. With the FBI breathing down Jay-Z's neck, Beyonce seems to have reached her breaking point. She's done carrying the weight of their relationship on her shoulders, especially when it means risking her own reputation. Let's be real here. Queen Bey's image is as squeaky clean as they come. She's worked tirelessly to build her empire, and she's not about to let anyone drag her down with allegations and investigations, not even her husband. So with the FBI poking around Jay-Z's business for some seriously shady stuff, Beyonce's had enough. She's not willing to stick around and wait for the fallout to tarnish her own brand. She's done playing the loyal wife while her husband's skeletons come tumbling out of the closet. This isn't just about saving face anymore. It's about protecting everything Beyonce has worked so hard to achieve. And if that means cutting ties with Jay-Z before things get any messier, well, you better believe she's gonna do it. Because when it comes to Queen Bey, nothing, not even marriage vows, is more important than her own integrity. And what exactly is the FBI looking for? So, for those of you who have been living under a rock lately, let me fill you in. Breaking news has just rocked the music world, and it's hitting close to home for Sean Combs. Federal agents, including those from Homeland Security investigations, have descended upon 2 of Diddy's properties, one in Los Angeles and another in Miami, as part of a sweeping trafficking investigation unfolding in New York. Details are still murky at this point. It's unclear whether Puff himself is the primary target of this probe. 2 law enforcement officials, speaking anonymously to the Associated Press, shed some light on the situation, but were not authorized to spill all the beans. According to Homeland Security investigations, these law enforcement actions are part of an ongoing operation with support from their teams in Los Angeles and Miami, as well as local partners in the area. For now, the music mogul's empire finds itself under intense scrutiny, with the full extent of the investigation yet to be revealed. The drama surrounding Combs just keeps escalating as federal agents swarm his Los Angeles mansion in the upscale Holmby Hills neighborhood near Beverly Hills. The scene resembles something out of a Hollywood thriller. Police cordons mark off the area, while helicopters hover overhead, capturing the unfolding spectacle. Images from KBC TV show a team of agents, donning Homeland Security investigations vests, congregating in the backyard of his lavish abode, positioned near the glimmering pool. Outside, a command post hums with activity as agents shuttle in and out, indicating the intensity of the ongoing search that has persisted for hours. But it makes sense. Recent months have seen a flurry of SA lawsuits directed at Combs. In February, a music producer stepped forward, alleging that Puff coerced him into soliciting prostitutes and pressured him into sexual encounters. Diddy's attorney, Sean Hawley, vehemently denied these accusations, citing overwhelming, indisputable proof that they are fabrications. However, the legal storm doesn't stop there. Puffy's former protege and girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie, made headlines in November with her own lawsuit against the music mogul. Cassie's claims detailed years of alleged abuse, including accusations of him forcing himself on her and coercion into many acts with male prostitutes, all allegedly filmed by the rapper himself. Astonishingly, the lawsuit was swiftly settled the day after its filing, leaving lingering questions about the true extent of the allegations and the nature of the resolution. As the investigation unfolds and the allegations swirl, the music industry braces for the fallout. While P. Daddy finds himself entrenched in a legal and public relations battle, unlike any he's faced before. In the world of hip-hop, Sean Combs isn't the only heavyweight whose reputation is under the microscope. Jay-Z, another titan of the industry, commands similar influence and stature. Formerly known as Jay-Z, Sean Carter has left an indelible mark on the music scene over the past few decades. Much like Combs, Jay-Z boasts a stellar resume as one of the most influential hip-hop producers and executives in recent memory. From his early days as a Brooklyn rapper to his evolution into a multifaceted entrepreneur, Jay-Z's career trajectory mirrors that of his contemporaries. As the founder of Rockefeller Records and Roc Nation, Jay-Z has shaped the careers of countless artists, elevating hip-hop to new heights of cultural relevance. Collaborations with icons like Kanye West, Rihanna, and Beyonce have solidified his status as a visionary in the industry. Beyond music, Jay-Z's ventures extend into fashion, technology, and entertainment. His successful clothing line, Rocawear, and investments in companies like Uber and Tidal showcase his prowess as a savvy businessman. However, despite his accolades and achievements, whispers of speculation swirl around Jay-Z, much like they do around Diddy. As federal agents descend upon his properties in connection with a trafficking investigation, some wonder if Jay-Z could be next in line for scrutiny. And this is serious business. The latest bombshell in the ongoing saga involving P. Diddy, the hip-hop legend, paints a vivid picture of chaos and upheaval. New footage obtained by TMZ reveals the aftermath of a thorough search through Puffy's Los Angeles mansion. And let me tell you, it's wild. The video shows federal agents busting open safes, tossing pill bottles around, and leaving designer clothes scattered across the rapper's home. It's like something straight out of a Hollywood thriller. Doors cracked open, drawers rifled through. Nothing was off limits as police combed through properties linked to Combs in connection to a sex trafficking probe. Photos from the scene paint a similar picture at Combs' Florida home, with law enforcement tearing through the place in search of evidence. All this comes after multiple lawsuits accusing Puff of abuse and sexual misconduct, bringing intense scrutiny to the music mogul's doorstep. Sean, however, isn't taking these raids lying down. Breaking his silence, he slammed the Department of Homeland Security for what he calls a witch hunt, and criticized what he sees as a gross overuse of military-level force. And as if that wasn't enough, sources claim his sons were left traumatized after having guns pointed at them during the LA raid. Talk about intense. Despite the chaos, Diddy maintains his innocence, stressing that neither he nor any of his family members have been detained or arrested. He's even gone as far as to say he's been cooperating with the authorities every step of the way. But as the investigation rages on, one thing's for sure: the authorities aren't holding back. They're flipping Diddy's life upside down, tossing his possessions around, and leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of the truth. And as the mystery deepens, we're left wondering just how far this rabbit hole goes. If the FBI ever decided to train their investigative lens on Jay-Z, well, let's just say it would be a whole different ballgame. The hip-hop mogul may have built an empire that spans music, fashion, and beyond, but he's not exactly squeaky clean either. Jay-Z, like many powerful figures in the industry, has had his fair share of controversies and scandals. From whispers of infidelity to lawsuits alleging sexual misconduct, there are definitely some skeletons lurking in his closet. The allegations swirling around Jay-Z are nothing short of explosive, casting a dark shadow over the music industry. From his association with troubled figures like R. Kelly to accusations of his own involvement in grooming and exploiting underage women, Jay-Z finds himself at the center of a storm that shows no signs of abating.
Sean Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
Tiara Marie's story, in particular, has sent shockwaves through the industry. Signed to Jay-Z's record label at just 16 years old, her sudden disappearance from the scene raised eyebrows. The lawsuit filed by Cassie against Diddy seems to have opened a Pandora's box, shining a light on broader issues within the music industry. With Jay-Z now squarely in the spotlight, a viral blind item has only added fuel to the fire, alleging that Jay-Z was romantically involved with Tiara Marie when she was underage. The claim suggests that Beyonce's reaction to this alleged relationship played a role in Jay-Z cutting ties with Tiara, effectively blacklisting her from the industry for a decade. Further rumors implicate Ray J in the situation, painting a picture of a tangled web of manipulation and power dynamics. But Tiara Marie isn't the only one whose name has been dragged into the mire of rumors surrounding Jay-Z's behavior. Foxy Brown's name has also been thrown into the mix, with claims that Jay-Z was involved with her when she was just 14 or 15 years old. And then there's Beyonce herself, with speculation swirling about the nature of her relationship with Jay-Z, given their significant age gap and the shadow of Jay-Z's past associations. As the allegations continue to mount and the web of rumors grows ever more tangled, one thing is clear: Jay-Z's reputation hangs in the balance, and the truth behind these troubling accusations may yet come to light, sending shockwaves through the music industry and beyond. Now, imagine if the FBI were to launch the same sort of investigation into Jay-Z as they did with Diddy. It would be tough for him to navigate, to say the least. With his reputation already under scrutiny and rumors swirling about his personal life, the spotlight would only intensify. And many other artists have also come up to expose him. Cat Williams wasn't pulling any punches when it comes to calling out Jay-Z. The comedian's never been one to shy away from speaking his mind, and he's certainly not holding back on what he sees as some shady business dealings by the hip-hop mogul. In his signature candid style, Cat Williams is serving up the tea hot and fresh, laying out his concerns about Jay-Z's actions for all to see. From questionable business moves to who knows what else, Cat's not mincing words when it comes to airing his grievances. And it's not just Cat who's sounding the alarm. Just recently, Jaguar Wright also threw her hat into the ring, exposing Jay-Z for all kinds of stuff. With voices like Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright speaking out, it's hard to ignore the whispers swirling around Jay-Z and what he might be up to behind closed doors.
Sean Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Jaguar Wright didn't just come forward with accusations against Jay-Z out of thin air. She came armed with receipts. Her claims shed light on Jay-Z's long-standing associations with some seriously shady characters, painting a picture of a man with a questionable circle of acquaintances. While Jay-Z has remained relatively quiet amid the storm surrounding Diddy, it's hard to ignore their close friendship, which was on full display just a few short months ago. Diddy himself even referred to Jay-Z as one of the few people, aside from his own mother, allowed to call him Sean, an indication of just how tight-knit their bond is. And there's even rumors of them being in some secret club together.
2020, y'all. It's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch.
But let's not forget Jay-Z's own accolades and interactions with Diddy. When Jay won the BET Lifetime Achievement Award last year, some questioned whether he truly earned it or if it was merely handed to him. And his public praise of Diddy as an industry inspiration, championing his can't stop, won't stop attitude, now seems somewhat ironic in light of the allegations against Diddy. See, the thing is, Diddy's mantra of relentless pursuit and audacity takes on a darker tone if the accusations against him turn out to be true. It's no longer just about embracing eccentricity, it's about embracing something far more sinister. So, as the spotlight shifts from Diddy to Jay-Z, it raises questions not just about their friendship, but about the company Jay-Z keeps and the values he stands for. And with allegations swirling and revelations coming to light, it's a reminder that in the cutthroat world of hip-hop, alliances can be fleeting and reputations can crumble in an instant. And people are also seeing what the rapper has been up to. One person wrote, "While Diddy's catching all of this heat, Jay-Z's probably, and quietly, taking all preemptive steps available to make sure that he's not next. From paying off witnesses and making the least memorable ones disappear, to only God knows what else. He's most likely cleaning up as much evidence from his past as possible right now. That is, whatever's left from the stuff that he hasn't already gotten rid of over the years." Sure, Jay-Z has managed to weather storms in the past, using his influence and resources to spin the narrative in his favor. But a federal investigation? That's a whole different beast. It's not something you can just brush under the rug or pay off with a hefty settlement. If the FBI were to come knocking on Jay-Z's door, it would be a test of his resilience and his ability to withstand the glare of the public eye. And with the stakes higher than ever, Jay-Z would have to pull out all the stops to protect his legacy and his empire from crumbling under the weight of scrutiny. While there's no concrete evidence linking Jay-Z to any wrongdoing, the mere possibility of his involvement raises eyebrows in the hip-hop community. After all, in an industry where power and influence often go hand in hand, no one is immune to scrutiny. As the investigation into Diddy's affairs unfolds, observers will undoubtedly keep a close watch on Jay-Z, eager to see how the unfolding drama impacts his own empire. For now, the speculation remains just that, speculation. But in the unpredictable world of hip-hop, anything is possible, and no one is above suspicion. And you know, it's not exactly breaking news that Beyonce has had to deal with Jay-Z's slip-ups before. I mean, who could forget the bombshell that was Lemonade? That album wasn't just about sour citrus. It was a raw, emotional journey through Beyonce's pain and betrayal after she found out Jay-Z had cheated on her. Now, here we are again, with rumors swirling about Jay-Z's involvement in some federal investigation. And let's not forget about those past indiscretions. It's like history's repeating itself, and Beyonce's not exactly thrilled about it. I mean, trust is a big deal in any relationship, right? And when it's been broken before, it's hard to just brush it off and pretend like everything's cool, especially when the whole world's watching. Beyonce's all about empowerment and self-respect, and sticking around in a relationship where she's been burned before might not fit that narrative anymore. She's shown us time and again that she's not afraid to put her own happiness first, even if it means saying goodbye to someone she once thought she couldn't live without. So, while we're all holding our breath to see what Queen Bey decides to do next, one thing's for sure, she's not one to sit back and let someone else's mistakes define her. Nope, she's the one calling the shots, and whatever she decides, you better believe it'll be on her own terms. So, what do you think? Is this really the end of this iconic relationship, or will Jay-Z make Beyonce stay with him longer? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.